their first three-pointer. Chris Miller, Drew Gooden, Megan McPeak. The weekend is starting off right for Washington. First 12 minutes. Second quarter underway. Watford. Lewis's three is no good. Rebounded by Tristan. Smart kicking it over. JT Thor using that left hand. Timmy trailing. And count the bucket and the foul as Tristan didn't want to take the charge.
Yeah, if Tristan would have just got himself established.
Time All-American and led the Zags in all-time points leader. Led him to the Sweet 16 3 times during his career there.
All-time greats at that level.
I would have loved to see him play number 0 at Kansas, though.
Oh, he would have got cooked.
I love it. Smart. Getting to the rack. Counted at 1.
It wouldn't have been me giving him the cooking, though. It would have been Nick Collison.
Smart has missed 43 games this season. Ankle, illness, left shoulder, right finger, and a trade.
It's understandable how
a lot
hard he
going
was.
on for him this year.
Yeah, he's a crash out.
Wilson getting inside, dumps it to Timmy. This ball is taken away. Good hands by Thor and others. Smart trying to go behind his back, trying to split in South Carolina. And the South Carolina point guard went behind her back on a fast break and shot a fall-away jumper, and it went in. And I went, now what would have happened if she would have missed it?
That's called make-a-break shot right there.
One of the best shots I've seen in the tournament this year. Rebound there by Tristan. South Carolina was able to advance. Shout out to Brenda Freeze and the Terps for having another solid season. Watford taken away by Jones. Colby on the run. Getting inside. Fouled by Maxwell Lewis.
Help him up right there. I love how the bench reacted to their teammate on the floor.
Look at Corey, even with his surgically repaired thumb, he's in there helping.
Guys in here willing to help a teammate at any cost. I mean, those small gestures right there go a long way. Speaks volumes.
Colby Washington. Colby was a 2022-23 All Big East player, Xavier. Tied his career high with 3 steals in Thursday's game against Indiana. Wilson. Gives it up to Timmy inside. Tough bucket by Drew Timmy.
You know who he reminds me of? This guy I'm about to mention. You want to hear it?
Yes, sir.
Kelly Olynyk.
Okay.
He can
just saved me with all the offensive shenanigans with the elbows and all that stuff.
Hey, Kelly Olynyk has had a long playing career, Chris. And Drew Timmy is trying to figure it out.
Timmy inside, tried to no-look it. Smart got into the passing lane. Colby rocks it. And the Nets call time as Washington has gotten out and run 36-28. No more than 9 to go in the second quarter. Watford nearly got the ball taken away by Smart. Timmy outside. Wilson squares up for 3 and hits.
He can do that. Forget what the data says. It says around 30-31% three-point shooter, but when he gets hot, those numbers increase.
Wizards are riding with 5 guys off the bench. Thor gets that jumper to go down. 19 bench points so far, Megan.
Yeah, and they have one of the top 10 benches in the league, averaging right around 41, 42 points a game, Chris. And a lot of that was Corey Kispert throughout the entirety of the season prior to him obviously going down with the injury. But a huge credit from Brian Keefe with regards to AJ and how he has been at the Utah game. You already mentioned Colby's career night. So different guys, BK has said, have stepped up.
Be easy, especially for young players that are still trying to figure out who they are in the league.
Yeah, but I mean, this is gonna divide a fine line. Are you a competitor? Or are you a guy just gonna show up and expect to play well?
Jones getting inside, nice dump off inside to Tristan, who goes off glass and scores. Tristan already coming into this game, Drew, not afraid, as always. Per usual, 6 points and 2 rebounds.
Quick.
6 minutes. Looking for Thor. Behind his back. Fall away, Jay. I didn't realize he had that in his game.
I like that.
AJ, left-hand hook shot. Thor, offensive rebound.
Active.
There you go. Extremely active here by JT Thor.
Yeah. Charge, I guess it's not the Canton Charge anymore.
Oh, they play in downtown Cleveland.
Oh, that's good.
Over at Cleveland State University at the old Convoy Center. You remember? Yeah, he played 14 games this season, 5 with the Wizards, 9 with the Cavs. Cam Johnson back into the game. Cam Johnson played just 20 minutes. Oh, Tristan! Peace disruption in the district. Wow, look at the... Wilson losing the handle, but he was fouled. Let's go back and look at Tristan. Aggressive by nature. It happened Thursday. They could have laid down again, but no, they're out here competing against this Nets team. Drive inside. Good defense by Washington. Kick out now. Clowney swinging it over. That three was no good. Offensive rebound. Williams inside. Poole on the run. Wizards going Vukcevic and Sarr both in there right now.
And you know what's so unique about this big lineup versus
Nice slam. 10-point lead for the Wizards. It's their largest of the game as Jordan got poked in the eye. Leads the NBA in three-point percentage at 42.4 on a minimum of 8 attempts a game.
Yeah, he's playing. He's available, Chris.
Up in their lead now to a dozen. We've talked about just the improvement from one year to another for Jordan. This being his second year with the Wizards. And the leadership is definitely there. Here's Sarr for 3. Williams tried to pocket pass it. And was kicked by NCUA. Johnson and spray out over to Williams. Poole, nice pass inside. Sarr going to the rim was hacked by Martin.
Just a little learning tip, a little learning curve right here. Closeout speed, and that window is short, it's small. You don't have time to pump fake, you don't have time sometimes to use that drop
coach, and they go back to last year and they started working on with the ball handling that quarterback shots than he was before. He's maximizing the quality and the timing of when he's taking them. Been doing has been on the little things of Jordan Poole's shot selection versus these being unconventional shots for JP, all of which he works on.
Understand when it's his time. We always talk about if it's 5 minutes left in a quarter or a half or the game, is it JP time? He also just hit that last 3.
And that's the art of being a franchise player, Chris. And that's why they get paid the big bucks. You have to figure that out in real time, be a leader, lead by example, know when to be selfish and know when to be selfless.
Tyrese Martin just rung up just on 14 made field goals here in the second quarter. JP, jab step, gets inside, using the left, and they're going to call him for steps.
Once upon a time, step back, momentum going backwards, away from the rim.
Noah Clowney can hit a 3. And Sarr, and they're going to call him for a charge. There's Noah Clowney step.
Paul, not the sideline official. I just have to get that out.
Yeah, get it off your chest. So, I'm starting to feel like him getting off the bus with it's a 19, 20-point effort. Now, does he get like the 8 rebound, 9 rebound, 10 rebound game to go along with that block and a half a night?
A defensive presence.
There you go.
And that's not going to just help Alex Sarr. That's going to help his team. And I think that actually is more effective than all the other things he brings offensively. That's going to come being able to make and take 3-point shots. But are you blocking and being a rim protector at an elite level in this league, night in, night out, and rebounding at a high clip. We need to see that. Barton around 7 right now his rookie year.
One thing he is doing that I've noticed here lately is when he is setting these screens, he's rolling much harder to the basket.
Get that these guys, Alex Sarr's a teenager, 19 years of age.
Johnson bounce pass to Champagnie, who's in that dunker area. Carrington gets inside, off the window, count it. And one for Alex Sarr, Bub Carrington.
Bub Carrington going downhill, needed